I am inevitable.
Blind faith, I see the game in braille. Hell's Kitchen got the devil in the details. Red suit, but my sins stay pale. Shadow boxing with my past, never ring that bell. Echoes of crime and the echoes of footsteps. Preaching the streets while I'm dodging the death threats. Halo got horns when the system neglects. Law in my veins, but the pain my pretext. Flip like a coin, heads turn when I'm flipping them. Dancing on the edge, got the reaper in my peripheral. Gospel of the fists, every hit like a parable. Scripture in my stars, every cut unforgettable. Walk with the Lord, but I talk with the sinners. Breaking my bread with the wolves and the winners. Blind to the fear, but I see through pretenders. There with the devil, I dine with Avengers. I've been ready to feast, Hell's Kitchen at the table. Fork in the road, but I'm steady staying faithful. Sins on my plate, but the chef keep it tasteful. Born again, but the city stay fatal.
Damn, I was muted. What's up, people? What is going on? Welcome back. We are here with episode 8 of Daredevil. Danny should be joining me shortly, but until then, I'm just going to kick it till the episode starts. And I really hope this episode is better than last episode, because last episode was absolute trash. I know a lot of people are like, oh, no, it was a good episode. No, that was garbage. Now, we did come up with some theories on the roundtable where we were talking about the episode and saying that, you know, it's possible that Muse isn't dead and he is going to come back, which if he does, okay, cool. You know what I mean? If Muse comes back, I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. And if they do it in a way like we talked about on the roundtable, I'll give it his pass. But just in like as an episode alone, nah, I can't do that. I can't do that. You see, my problem is you had a character like Muse and you built him up, you built him up, you built him up. You had the secret character in the background, and then you killed him. You know what I mean? Spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen last week's episode, but I'm pretty sure you did if you're here. So they killed him. And I'm just like, wait, what? I just didn't understand the plan. I didn't understand anything of it. So if what we've seen is the last of the original writers that writ the show, then I am okay with that. We want to see what the original writers who did the Netflix Daredevil series can do with this, because right now what they did with this episode, it did nothing for me. Absolutely not. And I like the series. I think the series is fine. I think the series is written really well, right? I think, you know, some of the episodes are meh, but it's never been trash. Like, I've never once looked at this show and said, this is trash, until last week's episode, you know? So I'm hoping it gets better. I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot of the cops. They're going to be chasing down Daredevil. And I think that's what those last two episodes are going to be about. Hopefully, we get some defenders in the last episode. You know what I mean? Or maybe in this episode, we get some of the defenders if they're coming back. But please, 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 if anything, recast Luke Cage. My cat wants to be on screen, guys. My cat is standing on my shoulder. Anyways, but yeah. So at the end of the day, I hope this episode is good, right? This is the second to last episode, the penultimate episode, and it's supposed to set up a lot, and it's supposed to give us a cliffhanger that's going to have us absolutely wanting to be into the next episode. Oh, my bad. Chris messaged me. Shit. Okay. Send you the link now, Chris. My bad. I forgot you were coming on. That's why. But I'll put it in the chat over here. Just give me 1 second, guys, while I send it to Chris. All right, there we go. can't believe I forgot Chris was coming because he usually doesn't come onto the round table. He's usually busy or something like that, right? So I sent Chris the link. All right, sent Chris the link. So Chris should be in here. Danny should be up in here. I was supposed to do the From breakdown earlier today, but Brian had a family thing, as you know, it's mother's birthday. So happy birthday to your moms, Brian. Big respect to that. Hope you had a good time. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come." I'm like, "Bro, it's your mom's birthday. Don't worry about it, you know." But he said he was still gonna come, and then I didn't realize the time he was talking about was actually the time that I was planning on doing this. But you know, at the end of the day, happy birthday to your mom's brother. Big up. What's up, Basil? What's going on, man? How you doing? Are you ready for this episode? Are you ready for this episode? Because I'm at the point where I don't even get excited for Daredevil. Like I get more excited to watch like Yellow Jackets than I do Daredevil. And it's a shame because I'm a superhero guy. I love all these superhero movies, you know, Star Wars and all of that stuff. I absolutely love it. But the fact that I gotta the fact that I gotta sit here, Basil said I'm ready for it to be over. Me too, brother. 100%. Me too. I'm ready for it to be over. And it's sad to say, right? Like you don't really want to sit here and be like, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait for this show to be over." But at the same time, it's just it just doesn't even feel like the Netflix series at all. You know what I mean? So I hope it gets better. I hope these 2 episodes, and this is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that these last 2 episodes put me to where I'm like, I cannot wait to see the next season. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm starting to have superhero fatigue. Um, a lot of people I think are, but at the same time, I have to ask myself, and I'll ask you the question, Basil. Is it superhero fatigue, or is it just that we're not getting good superhero movies? You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, I still go and watch them every time they come out. First day I'm there. It's just Hanzo, isn't this the second to last episode? While I like the show, there should be way more action. 100%, Terrence. It is the second to last episode, and these last 2 episodes are from the new writers, right? So that's why I think Muse is actually dead. I think he's dead because they're moving on from that. And with the new writers, they're taking it to a different direction. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, the stories are not thrilling enough. Yeah, exactly, Basil. And I think that's what it's more boils down to than superhero fatigue. A lot of people like to throw out superhero fatigue a lot. But if you got Superman, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, right? Whatever superhero movies are coming out, and they're good, like good. You know what I mean? Then you're excited for the next one. But I think it's because they're not that good. We're not actually as excited as we are for the next one. Terrence said, "Brother Anzo, how are you doing? How was your day?" I'm doing good, brother. Day was doing fine. You know what I mean? Got to come up on here and do the Daredevil stuff tonight and hope it's a good episode because I'm like you. There needs to be way more action. 100%. There needs to be way more action. So it's always good to see you, brother. It's always good to see you, Terrence. You know what I mean? Yeah, we got to talk. We got to talk. You know, we're going to talk definitely. True. And I'm really worried about that Superman. Ooh. In certain ways, I am too. In certain ways, I am too. Don't get me wrong. It looks good. I'm digging what I'm seeing. But when they showed that long trailer and Crypto was doing the jumping around on him, okay, I get it. 100%. It's a dog, whatever. But there's comedy that they try to put in there. And then he gets to the Fortress of Solitude, right? And the robot says, "Oh, don't worry about it. We're robots. We don't feel anything." And then the next robot says, "Oh, he looked at me," and gives a grin. I'm like, "Oh, James Gunn. Those are too close together." You know what I mean? Serious situation, and you're putting like that humor in there. I just hope James Gunn doesn't do what James Gunn does. You know what I mean? You can't do Superman and have it pretend to be Guardians of the Galaxy. You just can't do it. Said them robots too jokey. 100%. 100%. You know what I mean? So if that's the plan, if this is gonna be like he's trying to get the magic of Guardians of the Galaxy, it's going to absolutely ruin the Superman movie. Brother Anzo, if there's too much comedy in Superman, that will piss me off. It looks good, but you can't make it that silly. I agree with you, Terrence, 100%. Mr. Danny Graham is in the house. What is up, sir? Tell the people where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me on my channel on Mondays and Fridays at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please check me out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me put the link in the private chat for you. You ready for tonight?
Ready for it.
Terrence said, "Hello, brother Danny. How you been?"
What's up, Terrence? Good to see you, bro.
I hope the dog is not like the weasel. Yeah. I feel you. Danny, what did you think? What do you think of Superman? Basil asked me that. He's kind of worried about it. What do you think?
You talking about the preview?
Yeah, the Superman movie coming
Look
up.
all right to me. I don't see all the hate is at.
Are you worried about it might be too jokey?
The part where the dog jumping on me and stuff, and if you look at it in that context, it's kind of weird. But a lot of times things have looked crazy. Like I give, for instance, whenever Venom was doing all that cooking for Eddie and all that kind of stuff. When you see it by yourself, you're like, but then when you see what the whole story was and why he was doing it, it made better sense.
I got you. So you think it's gonna make better sense seeing it? Because yeah, go ahead.
All right, once you see the whole thing and see why he's doing that, because it might be a part where him and the dog, they play around and joke every time Crypto see him, he's joking and jumping that kind of stuff when he's healthy. So maybe, like I said, when I first saw Venom and like Venom was cooking for him, doing kind of, I'm like, man, this is gonna be trash. But when you see the whole movie, he was trying to actually cheer Eddie up, and it made sense when we got the whole content.
I got you. Movie was still trash though.
Oh, the last one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we agree on that one. You see, for me, it's okay. I can get the. Wait, what happened here?
That's me.
Oh, okay.
You put the wrong thing in the back.
What do you mean?
In the private channel, you put the wrong thing. You put the link for this.
Oh shit! My bad. Oh, that's why he popped up twice. Okay, hold on. So for me, I'm like, okay, I get it. There may be some jokes in it because it's James Gunn. You know what I mean? It's James Gunn. But you had the joke with Crypto, and then he gets into the Fortress of Solitude, and then the robot makes that joke, and I'm just like, ooh, man, just don't.
I think somebody said that as each robot, as each one they make, they become more and more human-like. So that's kind of the first guy was one, so he'd be like ground zero. But the 12th edition of those robots, she's developing atomic, whatever it is becoming more human-like. Somebody said that last night. I think Brian said that or something.
It's possible.
That's why she had more feelings and stuff than the original one. Which I mean, I don't know the Superman lore like that for us robots and stuff. So it could be true. It could not be true.
I sent the link there, Brian. I sent the link there. Terrence said, "Brother Anzo, brother Danny, I'm gonna let you know this. Crypto is supposed to be intelligent, so hopefully he's not just chaotic and comic relief. There needs to be a fine line. This isn't Marvel." I feel you.
I don't like how he look.
You don't like how who looks? Crypto?
Yeah, I don't like the shaggy look. I like the more smooth looking dog, like what I've seen.
I got you.
The hair. I don't like the hairstyle of that dog.
I got you. I don't really mind Crypto's look. I'm cool with it. Just me, like I said, if he gives it the Guardians of the Galaxy treatment, I'm gonna have a serious issue with that.
He and Taika Waititi, they can't help it.
That's what I'm saying, Daddy. That's what I'm worried about. You know what I mean? I'm worried that it's gonna get the Guardians of the Galaxy treatment. What's up, Brian? How you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm feeling good. You know, when your people pull me over, they let me go with a warning.
I'm telling you, man, people don't believe it. It's your attitude. It's your attitude.
You don't know. He came up and first he called the sergeant over, but his sergeant knew me from the restaurant. And then it was like, "Oh, Brian, what you doing over here?" I was like, "Man, Officer Mike, I was going too fast." He was like, "I told you about that in that damn car."
You're speeding. I know it.
Oh yeah.
So you weren't innocent.
No. I was definitely going like about.
Let me ask you this: what kind of discount you give officers?
Oh, 25% discount on off duty days and 50% discount in uniform. Always.
You good? You good.
Always.
Danny, looking to make a trek over there?
No one is saying 50 is hard to beat, bro.
I got you.
Brian,
I put the link.
Yeah, I'm already up. I already saw it. I was already ready.
Cool. Let me get to Terrence. I'll ask you this because Terrence was asking me. Basel was asking me. He said he's worried about the Superman movie. And I said, I'm a little bit worried because they might give it the James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy treatment. What are your thoughts on it? What up, Chris?
What's going on?
What up, Chris? I
Look,
said specifically. Yeah, you sound good, man. I can't believe you're on a computer. That's crazy.
I know, dude. It's like I got a long ways to go. A lot of different stuff to do still. But we're up to a point, and now that I have Bluetooth, I can at least use my Bluetooth earpiece. So got a few more things I got to add on.
So another year before we're finished up, right?
No. OBS is up. I just got to get all my stuff loaded back onto it, Stream Deck, things like that. I just got to get into all the accounts to do all that.
I got you. I put the link in the private chat for you. First off, shout out your channel, and then I want to hear what Brian said, and then I'll get to you and we'll start the show.
Yeah, Real Review 3000, Chaos Central. Of course, Big Ford Entertainment when we're doing things like this, Road to Wisdom for things like Square One. So, and then tomorrow night I'll have another Unmasking the Masked Singer. We're at the Group C finals. So probably about 3 more weeks, I think, after this until we get a winner. Or maybe 4. I can't remember how long they make that happen. But looking forward to it. Got some good contestants. Some fun stuff. So
I gotta watch it because Danny sent me the link and he's like, "Yo, that's Method Man." And as soon as you hear it, like, you tell his voice,
man,
you know?
Oh
yeah, yeah.
He's one of my favorite lyricists of all time.
I meant to send you the other thing because they're like, "What's the Wu-Tang thing gonna say when they see you?" You're like, they don't watch this.
Yeah, that was the funny part of it. He's like, "What are they going to say?" And he says, "Man, they don't watch this." He's like, "I'm not trying." He's like, he was trying not to say it, but he's like, "I got to think, you know what, dude?" And Nick knows that. Nick Cannon knows they ain't watching this shit.
Yeah.
The Jizzle, you think the Jizzle gonna be watching them? Come on, man. Come on, let's go.
I gotta give some props because I am going to their final concert when it comes here in Montreal in July. So I got my tickets already. I can't wait. It'll be the 3rd time I've seen Wu-Tang in concert, but I'm excited for that.
I'm telling you, man. I don't know what's going on in South Carolina, but man, they got star after star after star. I think next month's gonna be, they call it the Queens, but it's gonna be Patti Bell.
Oh, they're here. They're here now.
Really?
Yeah.
Patti Bell, Gladys Knight,
Shaka Khan,
and Stephanie Mills.
Yep.
Ooh, I would go see that concert for sure. Like that's just one concert.
All 4 are gonna be there.
Nice.
That's our Mother's Day concert in Chicago. Mother's Day.
Now they got Ro James. Who's coming? Ro James or somebody? Maybe Genuine. I think Ro James and Genuine. They got some good ones. They got some good ones coming through, boy.
Do you see the video of Genuine where he tried to jump off the stage?
His
knee said nope.
He can't do them moves he used to do, bro. They just caught up with him.
Facts.
Hey, Danny, Anita Baker's not on yours? Because we got Anita Baker.
Dude. Nope.
It's going to be in it.
I'm going to tell you who I want to see if they ever come at two. They only come at two like once here, but I want to see Sade.
Yeah, for sure. I'd pay for that. So, Brian, what are your thoughts? You think he's going to James Gunn the Superman?
Here's my worry. So I like the trailer. I think it sounds fine. I don't like the idea of Crypto beating them up that much, but whatever. It could be just a small humor. My problem is the monsters. So like you see the big squid monster in the background. It looks very comic booky, right? It looks almost like a jokey, like the monster did from Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Volume 2. So that could be an issue. The other monster also looks very jokey, very cartoony in that point. So those things really worry me as far as James Gunn doing with the Superman. And I don't think Superman should be a jokey type of character, but that might be what they do. And it seems like they depowered him. So Superman to be this powerful, what he was, it's almost like he has to be depowered in order to make it a good story. So all those things I don't like necessarily, but I understand it makes for a better storytelling for them.
Yeah.
But that's not Superman to me.
To me, he looks more super boyish than Superman.
Because he's supposed to be year 3 of being Superman. So he's still learning what his powers are. He's still learning what's going on.
Yeah, but I mean in the past, he went to the Fortress of Solitude around 17 or 18. And I thought he stayed there until he was like 33 or so. Then when he came out the fortress, he was already a grown man. He knew his powers because Jor-El had taught him everything, and he studied all that knowledge. And
I thought that in the comic books he used to go back. He used to go back all the time.
I'm talking about the Christopher Reeve. And the Christopher Reeve, when he went the first time, he was 18 years old. When he came out, he was 30-something.
Yeah, so this is not going to be based on the actual movie stuff. It's going to be based on All-Star Superman, like the comic book part, the graphic novel part of it. And that's going to be a little bit different than what we got with Christopher Reeve.
I agree with what you're just saying right there, but the problem is he is still, and this is a problem I have with a lot of the new movies and a lot of DC problems, is they still are using the musical cues and callbacks to the original Superman, because you still hear the dun 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 dun, but they're not doing like kind of what Brian Elfman did with the Flash, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna tease here, and then when Danny Elfman did Batman versus Superman, they're giving those teases. When you do that, you can't help but then incorporate what you're trying not to incorporate. So.
But that's the only sound for Superman. Like, you don't know.
Doesn't matter.
What he did in the 30s and 40s.
If your whole platform is we're going to redo this and we're going to do this right, then do everything new. Give us your interpretation of what you think the Superman theme should sound like.
Yeah, but that's 100 years.
I kind of sort of agree with Chris, because if you watch all the Star Treks, they all sound Star Trek, the intros, but they're not like the original, like space. They say the same monologue, but
they have parts of it,
but the songs are different.
But the music does have to kind of go together a little. It has to give you that same feeling. So that's why I don't know if you can do that with.
I'm saying the original Star Trek intro don't sound like Next Generation. Next Generation don't sound like Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine definitely don't sound like Enterprise. And Voyager is a little different. So they get the same Star Trek feel to it, but you don't have that.
It's easier with Star Trek because it's in.
You don't hear that.
But almost. Well, the Next Generation does have that element in there still too.
They do, but
it does, because I play it on my instruments. So like, it has the element. And Deep Space Nine has another different element in that one too that does connect it to the original one. So,
but Enterprise don't. I don't know where they got Enterprise. Enterprise don't.
60 years later.
Like Enterprise is like one. That's
totally different. Yeah,
60 years later. So yeah.
I'll say it don't sound like Star Trek.
So that's okay. I just wanted to hear what Chris had to say real quick, then we'll get into the episode. Because Boswell asked if we're worried about the Superman movie. So I asked these guys, are you worried about it? Do you think he's gonna James Gunn and kind of give it like a Guardians of the Galaxy type feel?
I'm worried in the sense that, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead, Danny, and then Chris will go.
I'm just saying I'm worried that it's going up against two more powerhouses. I don't know because I guarantee you, Jurassic Park gonna make $1 billion. I guarantee you.
This is not a dinosaur that has not made since The Lost World. Every dinosaur movie has made $1 billion.
Yeah, that's what I'm scared of.
Yeah, I agree. Chris? You think he's gonna James Gunn it up?
Well, I mean, there's gonna have to be some of that in this, and the new teaser that they just released with some more scenes in it. So I'm still skeptical of the crypto thing. I think Brian said that. The first time I saw it, I'm kind of like, why are we just going to add crypto in here? Crypto is a very difficult thing to add because it's more of the comic book side of things and the animated side of things. And I'm fine with him adding that because he has flat out said he wants to be true to the comics. So I'm okay with him doing that. But when he's licking him and barking at him and playing with him, when he's sitting there lying and dying for whatever reason, we don't know that one yet because there's only so many people or things in Superman's universe that can do that to him. So what caused that? So he calls Crypto fine. I'm okay with that. But then Crypto's playing with him there. But Crypto can't figure out that he's not good. Crypto's a little different than just a normal dog.
Bad dog. Crypto's a bad dog. Just
well,
call it like I see him. He's a bad dog.
Well, I just don't know why we're adding Crypto in it. That's one thing. But then they get him to the place. He is a Superman fan. That's fine. That's fine. He is. But listen, lots of people claim that Kevin Smith screwed up He-Man, and he's a fan. Fans can screw stuff up. They can. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. But when they get him to his Fortress of Solitude, when I saw that come in, I was like, okay, that's cool. I like how he introduced that. I like how it's there, but you don't see it. So it's a lot better than the Reeves one because the Reeves one, he came up and it was just there. So I like this idea that he's hinting at, and I'm not saying it's what is happening, but it looks like he's going to hint to the fact that it's there when he needs it, but it's out of sight so people can't find it. Yep. I like that thought. And then when he opens up and they give him the yellow sun right there in the beam, and they're adjusting the beam. I liked that. I like those things. I like the scene where he's saving the girl. We've already seen that one. I like some of the scenes, but then we go to him as Clark Kent, and dude, I understand it's probably a hairpiece or something, but it looks like a hairpiece. Like, can we do something with his hair? His Clark Kent thing doesn't work for me. At least with a lot of the past Superman, whatever you want to say, the past actors who did it, Henry Cavill, Christopher Reeve, even
Brandon Routh.
Thank you, Brandon Routh. They all. The big thing about Superman is it looks like Superman even when it's Clark Kent, and you know it, and it's kind of ridiculous. I can't remember what I heard, and I can't remember what it's from, but it's either a movie or I heard it on a thing where they talked about the thing about Superman is he is the only person who disguises his disguise is not who he is. So when Batman goes out, he's no longer Bruce Wayne. He's Batman, so he dresses up as Batman. And when the Green Lantern goes out, he is no longer who he is. He's now Green Lantern, or he doesn't look like his normal person. It's the other way with Superman. Superman looks like Clark Kent, so he can blend in, but that's not his super form. So when he transforms, he's transforming to try to blend in, not to be somebody else. So I'm really surprised that the way that they're trying to really cause a big difference in the look of him as Clark Kent versus him as Superman. So
honestly, I have less worry about Superman in this movie and more worry about the way they're playing with Guy Gardner, the way they're putting all these other, Hulk Girl. When you put too many characters in a beginning of a DC of a studio, I think that's a mistake. And
what was the problems?
Just like Daredevil, you can't have Daredevil not as Daredevil for that long a time. You can't Superman movie not focus on Superman. That's the problem.
And this has been the DC movie problem for a long time, is that they always want to just jump in and let's get as many of our characters out there because we haven't been using them. We got to catch up with Marvel. And I don't know if it's Gunn deciding to do this or if it's a lot of push from the studio or if it's a mix of both. But the big fact of this is that they messed up by doing Batman versus Superman, and they messed up trying to bring Wonder Woman into that, and like they didn't build the foundations. They should have done Superman, which they did. Then they should have done Batman, then Wonder Woman, then Aquaman, then gone and maybe done Batman versus Superman, then done the first Justice League, maybe. I mean, again, whatever Marvel screwed up, even now, you can say that
Daredevil
they're still building.
time. Daredevil time. Good gracious.
Yeah,
You can still build up. You can still build up this stuff. So
I
Do
got
it
you.
slowly.
He is absolutely right. Let's get into the Daredevil now. Episode is ready, guys. Everybody in the chat? Everybody there?
mhm.
All right, let's get it started. We definitely skipping this fucking. We skipping the intro. Recap. Let's get it.
This is the longest episode so far. Look like 50 minutes.
Is it? Oh, was it? I didn't even notice that. Yes, T
Can't
virus.
hear it.
You can't hear anything?
Hold on.
Hit play.
No, it's playing. I see. I just can't hear it. Hold on.
You all can hear it though, right?
Yeah, I can hear it.
I can hear it.
Figure out what's going on.
I'm going to try your audio,
No.
Chris, or your headphones.
It's on.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
the
because you
bullseye.
have your Bluetooth. Oh yeah. You see, that's why another reason why I think like Muse is really dead, because they're gonna use Bullseye. You know what I mean?
We won't know this episode. We won't know till the last episode.
It sounds like Kingpin.
Yeah, I know. I hear. Hold on. You guys hear echo?
I don't.
Okay. Why do I hear an echo? I know. I know. In the room, Chris, there's a volume button. You might be able to click that. You might be able to hear it.
That's my stuff.
Mm. Wait, was that Bullseye?
Yep.
Okay, because he called him Agent Poindexter. Bullseye was an agent of something, a cop or something?
I'm not
Yes,
sure.
Bullseye. Agent Poindexter is Bullseye.
Yeah, I know, but he was a cop?
I guess so. I thought it was an FBI agent or something like that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's an FBI agent. He's an FBI agent. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Told you she did it for him.
Mm.
Told you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the show, madam.
Okay, so she was working with. But if he shows Adam, then that will probably make her actually want to go against him, no?
Feel like you're alive.
Interesting.
Yeah,
She's got to leave her, man. She don't understand.
She.
The true muse.
And now he's gonna tell.
That's how we find out. Yes,
Kingpin.
Yes,
seen each other.
Is Daredevil's girlfriend, Matt Murdock. Yeah.
Yep. What'd I tell you?
Damn.
Oh, well, he's still alive. So that's Matt Murdock's house, right? Not hers? Yep. Okay.
Yep.
You're going to see the parallels between the two issues with the boyfriend and girlfriend. No one can.
Get the fuck out, dude. Leave her alone.
Mm-hmm.
Leave her alone. Just let her go. She's gonna kill him.
She's gonna kill him. They're switching paces. She's gonna be against Kingpin for what he's doing, and
fuck you. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, was gangster as hell. Damn.
She's got to keep up appearances. Again, the more people that she can help take out that is in her way from doing what she wants, brings him into believing her.
Gangster.
I still think she's going. I think she's trying to suck him in to believe she's with him. Again, I was with Brian on the fact that she was working with him on the last guy. This is all a play.
What if he allows her to be the queen pin?
He might.
Under her. I'm under him.
Under
you
him.
run it. You run this shit. Don't worry about it.
Tell you what, he should put that weight back on fast too, didn't he?
He's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did Fisk put the head out on him, on Foggy?
Yeah, he's gonna give him information on
Mayor
why.
Fisk. Yeah, exactly. His mouth's wide open.
He's gonna give him her job.
You're fired. Damn.
Same conversation she had with Karen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely Daredevil now. He's going back to the Hell's Kitchen, huh?
Punisher time.
What up, Poe? How you doing, brother? He sent a super sticker. Thank you for popping in. Much appreciated. We're all watching it. Yes, sir, we are. 100%. There's a link pinned to the chat if you want to pop in, chill, Poe. Watch with us. Said coyotes behind his house. I can't stand this guy.
He's figuring it out.
Black.
Oh.
That's a big ass shot.
You know?
She took 2 fingers to the head.
His wife did.
Does he know he's Daredevil?
I don't know. Cool, Poe. I got you. Appreciate you popping in as always.
Damn.
Well, that was a waste of time.
He's turning into full-fledged Daredevil slowly.
This doesn't feel like a second to last episode, though.
No.
I don't care.
He told you he wasn't going to come.
I think he'll be there sometime.
Yeah, he's going to show up.
Back in the white suit.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be the angel, she'll be the devil.
Yeah.
He'll use his tooth to kill somebody.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to escape.
Mm-hmm. A tooth, really?
You did it, Matt.
Yep. He told him, thank you. Kingpin set that up. Because he knew Matt couldn't keep his cool.
Mm.
Unless he knew it was going to happen and he let it happen. To see what the whole underlying story is.
Mm.
Oh, man, she listened to her? Okay.
Cop. We don't need you anymore.
Exactly. Dead and buried, for real. Now you're the last loose string we gotta tie up.
You better kill her.
Oh yeah, just open the door up for him.
Yeah, they're gonna try to kill her. He's gonna be there to save her.
You see how she looking?
Mm-hmm. How you looking at him?
You know?
Yes, he does it right when she's talking about it.
Mm.
Oh my god.
He is really not good at compartmentalizing. Mm. Mm.
Oh yeah, that's the dude from shit. What was he in? Echo? Not Echo.
No, he was in Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what is she just talking to him while he's not listening?
I
Like,
Yeah,
guess.
probably.
like, come on.
Did
now.
you hear anything I said, man?
You know?
No.
And she hasn't said another word, or he's tuned her out completely.
He's going to have to get the Punisher involved in this.
Think so?
Yep.
This is.
What was that's assault?
Mm.
He was already an asshole to you, so.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, she's gonna die.
Okay, so she knows what she's doing. Have a conversation. Oh my God, she's so annoying.
Oh my God! You asked him to be there. Like, what the hell's wrong with you, lady?
You know,
he said I don't. He said I wasn't invited, and you said yes. You guessed, and yeah.
someone's gonna stop them from having a conversation. Of course.
That was smart. Vanessa's smart. She's watching his back.
Oh, who you gonna do on this?
He should have his baton and shoot that thing right in his chest.
It'll be better than what's happening
Hey,
right
what's
now.
that?
Oh, Beaming Kin sent to 4. Well, I don't know what but thank you very much. Can we get a
Got
Snow White watch party
$499?
fire? Yeah, but it's not American currency. I'm not sure what currency that is. But man, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Can we get a Snow White watch party fire? I mean,
Nah,
if you
you doing
want
that by
one, I can.
yourself, bro.
If you want one, I could get one for you. Oh,
Philippines.
Philippines.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it though. But yeah, if you want one, brother, yeah, I could get one for you. I'll do one with you. I'll do one for you. Just let
It's
me know
about.
when. What's that?
Oh, here in the private chat.
I got you. Yeah, I'll do one with you. Said Philippines. Yeah, man. Let me know if you want to do one. Give me a day. I'll do one for you. I'll do a Snow White watch party.
You might try
Can't
to
be
kill
sanitary.
Kingpin.
To be honest with you, Beeman Kun, Snow White watch party is probably better than this right now.
Oh, whatever. Oh my God.
Then you gonna try and kill Kingpin.
He didn't just get there. He got into the party. What the hell, guys?
You
He's
know
like
what I'm saying?
the worst security I've ever seen in my life.
It's like that. It's a freaking comic book thing. This improbable stuff happens.
Yeah, but come on now.
But they caught the reporter. They caught the reporter, but the killer, the psycho killer, can't catch him. What?
Oh, here we go.
Or is he going to kill her?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe this is leading down the Foggy is secretly hidden
Alive.
someplace.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Now he has a gun. How?
No.
Guys, come on.
Oh, maybe. I don't know
You killed the dude and got the gun.
though.
Oh my God.
And he's not going for Kingpin.
He's going to kill Vanessa.
But it's going to end up killing his girl, Matt's girl.
Possibly.
Oh, I feel like BB.
Hey, man.
Oh, he took the bullet for him. Whoa, I didn't see that coming. He took the bullet for him.
Why?
Nice twist.
But why?
Okay. Wow.
That's going to take the heat off of him wanting to kill him now.
He's now, this is going to owe him.
Yep. Like a heart shark though.
That was a good ass ending.
I wonder if they're going to have an ending credit scene on this.
Oh yeah, but Snow White's so much better. Look at that chump up there, boy. If I could,
that was a good ending, man.
If I could reach through space and time and snap his neck, I would. Get him up there.
Is there anything else?
Like a straight up hater.
After the credits, hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see, because you know what?
Probably not.
Hater.
Yeah,
no, that's just all the language model.
Yeah.
Man.
All right, go ahead, guys. I know you guys are gonna cap for this damn show. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, whatever. You know what? That's so.
Listen, that did not feel like a second to last episode.
I agree.
It's not. Again, this was split. No, this was split though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
At
the end of the day, this is a penultimate episode. That no matter what, because we're not gonna get another one for a year, so it is.
Okay,
the
so
second
wait,
last
time out.
episode.
Hold on.
So what you're saying is that him getting shot at the end totally changing what we thought was going to happen. We thought first it was going to be Vanessa, and then you were like, "Well, no, it's going to be Matt's girl because he switched and that." And then it switches to something none of us called, which we've talked about things. I look at that, I'm like, okay, that's writing that I encourage, is that they set everything up the way that we would have seen it, and then they switch around, and then they make him take the bullet. Granted, now we got to explore why he took this bullet, but now he's in a place not too dissimilar to where Kingpin was not too long ago.
So first off,
no, that's not what's
but
happening.
but hold on. First
No,
off, right? Kingpin got shot in the fucking eye, close range by Echo. That bullet would have done nothing to him.
Now, still, we're
think he
not
was
sure
Vanessa.
what the reasoning for it.
Could have killed Vanessa.
I think I thought he was, and for all you know what he did, and it kind of, we had to go back and look at it. Did he pull her to the side as he was going out, and then basically his momentum put him in front of Kingpin, and that's where the bullet was really going, or something? Because then if he was going after Kingpin, that tells me that more than likely that was a move on Vanessa's part. And that does seem more like it.
Hold on. I'm trying to see it now.
Let's look at it again.
Yeah.
He hears it.
Turned it off.
Yeah, I turned the volume.
He notices it.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely a misdirect to make it look like he's going for. Yeah, no, he's going for Kingpin.
He's definitely going for Kingpin.
Yeah, he's definitely going for Kingpin. Because Vanessa was on the side, so he moved.
That wasn't even no. Heather was on his side.
No, yeah, I know. I meant on Matt's side, right? Because Matt moves. Yeah. It's not like he pushed her out the way. He moves to jump in front of Kingpin.
Jump in front of Kingpin. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's definitely for Kingpin. Definitely for Kingpin. Oh Lord. Okay, so we got.
I don't know what your problem is. Okay. Actually, I do know where the problems lie with this series, and this is kind of something we discussed when they did bring back. The first guy they brought from the Netflix stuff was Kingpin, or not Kingpin, but Daredevil or Matt Murdock, more to the point, in the Spider-Man or No Way Home. Was it No Way Home or Far From Home?
No Way Home.
Yeah, okay. And when they did that, everybody was like, okay, so they're going to incorporate the Netflix series. I will agree with you on one thing. They should have taken an approach where we say, listen, what have they already done? And what can we do to continue on from that? I think we also talked about in the first episode that part of the issue with doing that is if you continue forward, it is going into a season 4 or season 5, much again like what Ahsoka did. If you're going to do it, and see, Ahsoka did kind of just continue, but because it was animated, you don't fall into the same problems as you do when it's a series with paid actors and stuff. Because a paid actor could probably request to the union that they're due a more of an amount, because while they're calling the show different, it's still their characters. They've done it for this long, yada yada. They could argue something like that. So maybe there's a little bit of that. But they could have taken this series and written it knowing what they've already done in the Netflix stuff and change it. It just continue on with new themes. So I agree with you on that. But I also still think this is much like the problem, again, and I'll bring it up, that we've always gotten with Superman. You're always going to see his parents. You're always going to get some sort of story of how he came to Earth. Maybe not this new one. I don't know. We'll see. Batman, you always see his parents killed at some point, whether or not they make it a big deal or not. You're going to see that. Some of these shows just cannot not go back and revisit the same thing over and over again.
Right.
But and so I get it, but I don't think this is a bad series, though. I don't think the writing's bad. And again, I understand. Penultimate next episode, the last episode. But we've already discussed that this was not supposed to be that way, and they basically split this season up.
But it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, they split it up and they said this is season 1. So I have to grade it on what they tell me.
I get you. It's the same reason why this is why George Lucas, why he can't really write dialogue and he can't do a lot of different things. George Lucas did one thing for Star Wars. He had the same ending for the first film and the third film he did, but he knew he needed that ending in the first film. He knew he couldn't just leave it with nothing because he didn't know if it was going to be a continuation or not. So what you're saying right there is if you know it's going to be continued and we're going to go on to another one, you got to come up with some sort of a finale. You've got to come up with something that it gives you that. I get that. I understand what you guys are saying. We don't know yet.
The penultimate needs to be penultimate. That means you have to have consequences. You have to have something to start to
what's
get
the
wrapped
consequences of that getting shot?
But we're getting wrapping up. So really what you've done is you open up a whole nother level is if you had 4 more episodes.
Well, and that's it, because here's the thing, right? So what you're telling me, no, but wait, hold on, Chris. One thing. So what you're telling me is the next episode he's gonna be healed from that bullet hole and gonna be able to go after Kingpin? No, he's gonna be locked up in the hospital. So what are we gonna see?
No, but that's
not what they're gonna do. What they're going to do is he's going to wake up and Fist is going to be there. He's going to tell him, hey, I hate you, but you took a bullet for me. That means something to me. Now I owe you no matter what. So you tell me the one thing you want, and I owe it to you.
I get that, but are we going to see Daredevil do? Because final episode, right, of a season, Daredevil's supposed to have a big fight with somebody.
What if maybe he does? Maybe they get into the point where his girlfriend gets in trouble again or something happens.
Danny,
and he doesn't like us when we math this.
So here's my thing, and another thing I'll say: this episode felt like a totally different series. You could have knocked off things that you did in a lot of those episodes and just went from 1 or maybe 2 to this one. You know what I mean? It feels like all the Muse stuff and all of that is just useless at this point.
Yeah, you should skip 3
pretty much. Mm-hmm. Pretty much. You could have skipped 3 episodes and went straight to this one, right? And it just felt like it was a totally different series than what we've been watching. You know, I don't know.
The name. We had to see the rebirth. We saw what stopped them, and then we had to go back through the metamorphosis them back to themselves, because the first few minutes of this, you could see the parallel. She was going more towards Kingpin. Kingpin took Vanessa in front of Adam, and she killed Adam. If we'd have jumped from what you're talking about now, we would have missed all that. So
the Muse thing, the Muse meant nothing. I mean, as much as I would say, the Muse meant nothing at this point. At this point, after watching it all, it doesn't mean anything.
I still believe in that.
Yeah, we got to find out about that.
I'm still believing Buck is the real Muse.
You know what's funny?
I'm hoping it.
And you know what's funny? Because we say that, right? But the way, if you're looking at the way the series is going, season 2 is going to be about Kingpin and Bullseye. So I don't see Muse fitting in season 2. Poe sent another super chat. He said $2. Thank you, Poe. He said, Foggy dying is not a reason for a new season jump. I don't know what you mean by new season jump. I'm just saying that
they should have went with the other season. They should have finished the season. They could have went 12 episodes and been fine.
Again, I think. See, I'm with Danny on this. I understand that there's a lot of retelling of things, but I do think it works the way they're doing it. I don't think it's as bad as you think. I'm with Brian also on this. I want, and what Danny said also, I want Muse to still be in this, and I want it to be the other guy. But again, I already said it. I'm worried that they're not going to do that. And we see it all the time. The writing isn't bad in this. It's just.
I don't know. I never said that. I never said the writing was.
I didn't say that.
No, I know you're saying. I know. I'm just saying in general. Yeah.
What I'm saying is that it's still. It's like whenever we watch these series, we always run into this. Man, this could turn out really good, or this could turn out really bad. I understand the problems where we're at right now. What are we going to get for the next one? I how are we going to get there? What is it going to be in? Somebody said, oh, they're going to do a cliffhanger. Well, of course they're going to do a cliffhanger. I don't think that's the.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of wonder if what's going to happen is either his girlfriend's going to be in trouble again, or something's going to happen. He's going to hear it. He's going to be in the hospital. And he's just going to get up and do what he did, like in the second episode of the first season, where he was in the dumpster and he still fought people, but he was beat to crap. He might. That might be the cliffhanger as he gets up and he, it's like, I gotta go, I gotta do this. Or maybe BB gets in trouble because BB just took a step too. So there's things in this that are happening that are developing a storyline. So BB's basically admitted now that her little On the Street series is the lighthearted, I'm being the good girl thing, but and we don't know yet what she's written that is the dark secrets that she knows or that she has information on. We don't know where that's from yet. So as soon as that gets released, or as soon as we find that part out, I mean, that's another wrinkle put into it. I mean, again, I don't have an issue with this the way it is. I understand where your issues are though, but man, that's what happens. Woo! That one is 20. Go ahead.
Nzo, I got you a free flight anywhere in the world. You taking it? No.
Yeah, you talking the wrong man about flight. That man right there won't get on the plane anywhere.
Thank you very much for the super chat, 100%. I appreciate it. I'm sure with the color that's around like $45-$50. So I appreciate that, man.
Red, I thought red would mean 100.
Does it?
No, it's about $43. It's right around 50.
Yeah.
Yep.
So appreciate you with the super chat, Beam, come much appreciated. Yeah, you're definitely gonna get your Snow White watch party. Let me know what day you're free.
Hey, Beam Kim was the one that made the bet with me and you about which one was gonna make.
Yes, he did. And I still to this day am praying that Superman is good because Jurassic Park is going to be a beast to beat. It's going to be a beast.
It's gonna make so much money.
Yeah,
what Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park.
I remember when the first one came out.
I said all of them have made $1 billion.
How much you say he's gonna give us? Yeah, it was right.
Ooh, I think it was 500. Was it?
Well, yeah, give us both.
I think it was 500. I'm not mistaken. Beamingham will probably tell us. But yeah, we're definitely. Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
I was just gonna say, I remember when the first Jurassic Park came out, and I can't remember who it was that said it, but they said, "Listen, this is a genius idea because you can do as many of these movies as you want, and use that name, and you're gonna make money."
It's only after not the remake ones, but which one was it that they started making $1 billion after the one with
the one Chris
Jurassic,
the first
World,
one. Yeah,
Jurassic World,
Jurassic World. Yeah,
the last three have all made $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Yeah. And I think the first one adjusted had made $1 billion by now. It was the second and the third one that didn't do too well, and that was because they're adaptations of it.
He said, "Yeah, 500, and it's still on." Poe said, "Fly only Delta, my broski. Fuck the rest." Listen, I don't care if it's Delta. I don't care if it's Elon Musk's.
You don't care if it's Alpha, Beta, Delta, Zeta. Does not matter.
You are not putting me in a coffin in the sky. I'm not
in a coffin in the sky.
Kristen as cherries are going to be the ones in the hospital next to him when he'll wake up. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's the last episode, right? Where's going to be the big battle? Is he going to get out of the hospital bed and he's going to be okay to fight somebody?
There's not going to be a battle. That's my issue.
There's going to be a different kind of cliffhanger. It ain't going to be nothing.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like,
here's the way it says a penultimate episode should do this. In television, a penultimate episode can be used to continue the main arc, set up the finale, sow the seeds of a spinoff, or even provide a satisfying resolution to the show's plot. Has that done any of those narratives? of nothing,
It
of
added
just
a
a
twist.
story.
Whoa,
Like
whoa,
just
whoa, 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 whoa! It added a twist in it that sets up the finale. He got shot.
I don't know if it set up the finale though. It really did.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know, so you
3
can't
more
say it
episodes.
has.
It's one episode to explain a lot of stuff. That's if you don't have a cliffhanger
I'm not
like
saying
that,
it's going to work. I'm not going to say
don't
it's
want
going to
find
work.
the
I'm
finale.
not saying it's going to work. I'm just saying that we don't know what this does yet. Again, if they don't bring Muse back, this brings up another problem. That problem of just killing off like everybody's always brought up the fact that the first Batman movie, well, not the first Batman movie, but Tim Burton's Batman movie kills off the Joker. Who in the hell kills off the Joker? He is the rogue. He is the rogue of the rogue gallery for Batman. He is the one. And so when they did that, everybody's like, "Why did they kill him?" That's a good question. But comic book movies, comic book TV shows, except for Netflix and CW and Netflix did a pretty darn good job of keeping people alive. But it seems like they just like to kill off characters. So if they killed off Muse that way, it's like why? Because now we've lost White Tiger, we lost him. He's like now we're just killing people off just to kill them off. So now what we're doing is we're cutting down the use of characters that we can't, because we just talked about at the beginning of this the problem with using too many characters in something. Well, there's also a problem with taking out all your characters. It's like it's that mix of having enough characters to use where you need them, but not using all of them at one time, or using them where you need them, but not killing them off as they come in. And we're seeing the bad examples on both sides almost, I think.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have a lot to talk about on the roundtable for sure. Last thing I will say about it is I think a lot of people, and the writing in this show is good. I'll give you that. The writing is good. Is the story good? I don't think so. And I think a lot of people are going with the nostalgia of the first 2 seasons and just say, yeah, it's great, it's good, it's great. When you can't do that because
the
writing
Born Again has already been done, and that's the issue. So the whole line of Born Again for Daredevil has already been taken care of. So you don't have a lot of plot to kind of go off of. That's the real issue of the whole thing. But if you went 18 episodes, you can go with slow burn. You can do a lot of this plot. And the episodes that I'm going to say are good episodes, I just don't like it in the 9-episode season. All that goes away. And you can fully fill the entire series out. The problem is, once again, it's only 9 episodes.
I agree. And that's the oh, go ahead, Danny. Go ahead.
I think the same way none of us saw Matt getting shot tonight. They're
No,
going
I
to do
agree.
the same. They're going to do something similar to that. They're probably going to go through a whole recap of how Bullseye and Vanessa, they may do a flashback, how Vanessa hired Bullseye, that kind of stuff, and kind of make things all pretty nice and that kind of stuff. Then at the end, I think we're going to see something on the lines where Buck goes to his studio, he go whatever, and then we actually see, they might show what I would do is show him talking to that fool that was playing Muse. He put up to it, and him kind of doing the things behind the scene. If any of y'all watching the show called Kathy Bates stars in it, it's called Matlock.
Matlock, yeah.
Every Matlock episode, they show the whole thing. You're like, man, how's she gonna do this? And at the end, they show exactly what she did, and it plays it back. You're like, man, how did that happen? I think we're gonna see something along those lines.
It'd be smart. I'd like to see that.
If they'd be like, man, so that's why he did this in episode 6. Man, that's what I think we're gonna see something like that. And then at the end,
it's a lot of loose threads that have to be tied up. Daniel.
I think they're gonna do it. That's the only thing that's gonna make sense and save.
You know what? You want to make this really easy. You put him in a hospital bed, and he's working. He has nothing to do but work through what's been happening. And then at the very end, you know what? You want to put the real big spin on it. You come up and he stops. And he's like, "Wait a minute, Foggy was winning. She had him killed, but wait, did she have him killed?" And then he starts thinking, "Wait, is he still alive?"
And then what happened?
You're good, Chris, with that. But the problem now is going to be there's no action that's available now because Matt's now been shot.
Yeah, but it always got to be action.
I know.
Be something that make you be
you
like,
said there's always a be action, but there hasn't been any action. So, so that's
what I think going to happen is possibly happen is when he open up at the end in Wake Up, Karen and Foggy might be back because they heard he got shot. And that brings Foggy out of witness protect or whatever the heck he's in, that kind of stuff.
I was going to say what
that'll make the fans happy because
the rogue cops come after him, and then you get Punisher that's
saving him,
and that gives you the action that you need.
But here's the thing, though. If the rogue cops come after him, then Kingpin would have to send them after him. So
or they're doing whatever they want, and Kingpin is like, did I tell you to do that? And he gets mad at them, and that ends the rogue cop part, and that allows Punisher to save Matt, along with Kingpin, dismantle the rogue cops.
The black cop, he's seeing something. He noticed BB and the commissioner talk. So something's gonna happen in there.
They're gonna overstep their bounds, and that's when he's gonna be pissed off.
I'll say this: I agree. They should have kept it to the 18 episodes. That way, we're not complaining about this is how they're ending this second to last episode. But boy, after watching these first 8, I don't know if I could do this for 10 more.
It's actually pretty good though. If it's a long season, then you're gonna get enough action to go along with it. So
he's snapping me up. It's okay, man. I get it. Again, I'll say this, and I always said it. It's not like a horrible show. It's not terrible. I've seen a lot worse. I just think that you can tell that there's 2 different writings in the show. Right, you can tell that it was a mix between 2 different shows.
I agree with that.
Ooh, another $10 or something like that. But he said $10 shot night watch party. I'll do it. You tell me what night you are free, and I'll do it. Friday,
as long as. Go ahead.
Yeah, Friday or Saturday. I got you, Beamington. If you
I would do something like that. But it would have to be where you could put in like everybody who's participating, put their PayPal or Cash App or Venmo in the thing, and then they choose who takes a shot by sending it to that person.
I'm not on that.
I got a bottle right here. Let's go.
Look at that. The post sent
I have to go get something that I'll shoot.
1,800
Rumplements.
Negative.
Said another.
I don't work on Wednesday either. I could drink it. I could drink this whole bottle clear. We'll be good to go.
Ask Matt Murdoch, how was She-Hulk in bed? Facts. Thank you, Poe, for the super chat.
What's that rum you said it's so tough? You gotta drink that, Nzo.
Oh, the Ray and nephew? Oh, hell no. No, I'm not doing that.
Ray and Beaming Ray and nephew.
Nah,
20 shots.
I can't. I'll throw up all over my computer. You guys don't want to see that. Poe said I'm taking shots of vodka now. How do you take shots of vodka?
Easy, man. You can. You
First,
do it
step
to get messed
1,
up.
you take a shot glass. Step 2, you take the bottle. Step 3, you pour it in the shot glass. Step 4, you put the bottle down. Step 5, you put the shot and you take it. See,
welcome back,
Kurt. The fuck up. Shut all the way the fuck up until you reach the top of Shut Fuck Mountain, where there are no more fuck ups to shut.
That woman need an Oscar for that, boy.
Facts. All right, guys.
Just saying.
We're gonna get out of here because I know, Brian, you have a show.
I got 2 minutes.
Right? Yeah, Brian got 2 minutes. So shout out your channel, Brian. Let them know where they can find you.
Yo, I'm 1/3 of Spoiler Kings. We go live Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, talking all the comic book stuff and breaking down TV shows. And then I got my sports channel on Dynasty Pylon, where I'm about to break down the Bears tonight, and I'm gonna talk about the rest of the NFL on Wednesday. And we do Sunday shows right before the games.
Oh my god!
Let me say this before we go. I got to say this. What the hell is? Why does Aaron Rodgers think that he's still that elite quarterback to where he can just so much fucking hold off?
He is literally ruining your team. He's literally single-handedly.
Is he going to Pittsburgh?
Yeah,
he's holding. He's still fucking holding out though and shit.
No,
like,
no. So he apparently from this is inside information. Luckily, I'm not. There's enough people that are going to say anything. The contract's already worked out.
Okay.
The contract is already worked out. They're waiting for something to do with the contract, another contract, before they're bringing them in.
Come on.
So before the draft, it's going to be, you got 2 weeks right now. Before the draft, before they have to start the offseason program, he will sign.
I got you. But
it's going to be funny if, well, not funny. It's going to be pretty sad if he goes to the Steelers and the Steelers have their first losing season in this.
Because Aaron Rodgers.
Hold on, Danny. We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do square one when the season comes out, because you guys are going to hear me cursing Aaron Rodgers if he messes up. If he messes up, I am going off on this guy. Trust me on that. So make sure to do that. Danny, shout out your channel. Let the people know where they can find you, sir.
The Road to Wisdom. Catch me on Mondays and Fridays at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, on Wednesday, tomorrow night, I'll be on the Hangout Guy Scar channel. I may be on OC. Not sure what they're talking about. And Sundays, you can definitely catch me on Storms Live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, sir. Mr. Knight. Oh, look at that. He put up his
look at him, ready to go, man. Look at him.
Getting back in
I gotta fix it. There we go.
Tell the people where they can find you, sir.
I don't have my light on though right now, so it's whatever. But we're getting there. We're getting there. It's like, back on the computer. It helps. I feel much better. I'm down here. It's been a long time coming, hasn't it? Anyways, guys, Real Review 3000, of course, Big 40 Entertainment, Chaos Central, Road to Wisdom, all those channels you can find me on, and other channels. Tomorrow night we'll have Unmasking the Masked Singer for Group C finale. I'll tell you, I think we're going to have a change in one of our guesses again. Last time we did it in the finale, we turned out that change in guess turned out to be right. I think this one will turn out to be right too. I don't know though if we'll see this guy go though. So I think the guy that I'm going to change my guess on is going to be going on through to the Lucky Six. So we're going to see.
Is that on tonight or tomorrow? It's on tomorrow?
Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. It's like 8 p.m. Central, so it might be 9 Eastern. I'm not positive.
Yeah.
But I mean, they do a really good job of bringing a large mix of people in, like Method Man. Method Man was really cool, and what they've done the past few years actually is when somebody gets voted off, like Method Man, they actually, instead of doing the song they just did that night that they got voted off, they want you to do one of your regular songs now.
Oh, fire.
That's what he's known for. So I can't remember which one he did, but it was the one he did with Redman. One of the ones he did with Redman. That he did it. Yeah, I can't remember which one it was, but it was one of those. So it was pretty cool. And then Nick was getting in on it with him. That was pretty fun.
Hey, sure, that's one minute, Nzo.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. When I went to go see Wu-Tang, the first time Method Man wasn't there. The second time Method Man showed up, I was like a little bitch, bro.
Yeah.
He's the best, dude.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, here. This is pretty cool when he did this.
Beaming Kun said, let's do it in 2 weeks because I'm on vacation now if you want to do it. All right, so 2 weeks. Saturday. Okay, hold on. Let me get the date. Let me get a date, Beaming Kun, right? So that I can know.
Hey guys, I gotta run.
All right, Brian, take care.
Later.
Peace.
Yeah, so let me get a date, Beaming Kun, real quick for 2 weeks from now on a Saturday, which would be the 26th of April. We could do it on the 26th of April. But bro, you gotta be there. I am not sitting there watching this movie by myself. All right. So you gotta yeah.
Oh, yeah, I will not be there.
Exactly. So you got to be there, brother. So 2 weeks now, April 26th. I got you. If that date works for you. All right. So other than that, Poe said later, broski, and at Road to Wisdom. Later. He said, seriously, how was She-Hulk in bed? They effed. Yeah, I know, Poe. All right, guys. That is it for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for popping up. Beaming Kun, write it down, put it in your notebook or wherever you keep your information, so that you know that we will be doing this episode. And what I'll do is I'll put the link up a couple of days before, so you could like put a note in there and say, okay, I'm ready, so I know that you'll be there. But other than that, guys, I appreciate every single one of you. Poe, And Beamington, thank you very much for the super chats. I appreciate it 100% because you guys don't have to do it, and you do. So I appreciate that. Chris Knight, make sure to check out his channel. Make sure to check out Mr. Dapper Dan over here with the fly-ass suits. You know what I mean? And Brian the Grizzly, also make sure to check him out as well. You have something to say, Chris?
I was just going to say, and keep an eye out because we'll probably be back to doing our shows again here soon that I can freaking do sometime.
All right, guys. So make sure to keep that's Chaos Conversation, Chaos List, and the Rule of 3. So make sure to keep that an eye out for that too as well. With that being said, though, peace, love, and hair grease, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.
I am inevitable.
One more episode to go. Thank you.
Blind faith, I see the game in braille. Hell's Kitchen got the devil in the details. Red suit, but my sins stay pale. Shadow boxing with my past, never ring that bell. Echoes of crime and the echoes of footsteps. Preaching the streets while I'm dodging the death threats. Halo got horns when the system neglects. Law in my veins, but the pain my pretext. Flip like a coin, heads turn when I'm flipping them. Dancing on the edge, got the reaper in my peripheral. Gospel of the fists, every hit like a parable. Scripture in my stars, every cut unforgettable. Walk with the Lord, but I talk with the sinners. Breaking my bread with the wolves and the winners. Blind to the fear, but I see through pretenders. There with the devil, I dine with Avengers. I've been ready to feast, Hell's Kitchen at the table. Fork in the road, but I'm steady staying faithful. Sins on my plate, but the chef keep it tasteful. Born again, but the city stay fatal.